Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I wanted to do a 2-to-1 nap transition vlog type style where I'll just take you guys on the next few days, weeks, who knows how long it's going to take to transition my baby boy Ezra, who is 15 months, to one nap. So let me just sit down and give you guys a little bit of the rundown. So Ezra has been on 2 naps since about 8 months old and he's been doing fine. We have had to tweak his wake windows. I'll put his schedule here and I'll also put his wake windows so that you can see what we're working with to begin with. Some of the signs that I know that he's ready to move to one nap is that his age, so he's 15 and a half months, almost 16 months. At this point, they say that most babies switch to one nap between 13 and 18 months. And the other issue is that we're running out of time during the day. So I've already cut both of his naps down to 1 hour because I noticed some night wakings. So once I cut those down to an hour, he got a lot better. We are already doing 3 hours and 15 minutes, 3 hours and 75 minutes, and then 4 hours at night. But we can't expand those wake windows anymore without cutting into his nap time because I want him to at least have 2 hours. And without avoiding a later than 8 p.m. bedtime. Another sign I knew he was ready is that he started doing night wakings again. Sometimes 1 a.m., 3 a.m., I'd hear him randomly cry and then he'd go back to sleep. So he'd probably only cry for like 5 or less minutes. There was a few nights where he cried longer and I actually had to go in and pat him on the back and then leave. So I knew that something was up. And also, there were a few times where he had a little bit of trouble falling asleep, or it seemed like he wasn't tired, like he could have stayed up longer. Also, for all his naps, I would 99.9% of the time have to wake him up, and when I wake him up, he's very grumpy. He clearly wants to sleep more, but I can't let him because then he'll get too much sleep and then he won't be able to sleep at night. So that's another reason. I know a lot of people say you should wait until they've completely refused 1 or 2 naps for, I think, a week or several days, but I think we're ready. We'll see if I'm wrong, and if not, it'll shake itself out in hopefully a few weeks. So unfortunately, it sounds like we might have to move to one nap, which I'm not upset about because right now I can barely get anything done in those 1 hour naps that he's asleep for. And most of the time, at least for the lunch hour, I have to prepare the lunch. So I really only have like 30 to 45 minutes to do my own thing or to get work done. I'm still working from home, still working while trying to take care of him. And luckily my husband is also working from home, and so he's able to help. We're sort of in that transition because of Omicron that we're both at home, but normally my husband would go into work 3 days a week, and those 3 days my parents would watch him, so that would be a little different. But for now, we are going through this whole transition. And I'm hoping that he'll sleep at least 3 hours, which is the max. It sounds like most babies only sleep about 2 hours, which isn't great, but is still better. And I know that in the beginning, the transition can be really difficult. They might only sleep an hour 15, an hour 30 until they are able to consolidate, which could take weeks. I'm not looking forward to that, so I've been trying to do research onto the best way to move your baby to one nap. So you guys will follow along with me, learn from my mistakes, hopefully, and know also that every baby is different. What works for Ezra may not work for your baby, but we'll see. So it's actually day 3 of the transition. So what I decided to do was gradually expand his first wake window by 15 minutes each day. That way he can eventually make it to 5 hours from awake time. He wakes up at 7, so we're hoping that he'll take his first nap at noon. Before we started the transition, he was used to staying up till 10:15. So we have a long way to go. I started doing 10:30, and then yesterday I did 10:45. He did wake up from his first nap a little 5 minutes early, which is odd. And I'm thinking I might do another 10:45 first nap today and then see how that goes. And if it goes well, tomorrow I might take the plunge and do the first nap at 11:15. So we'll see how it goes, but it all depends on if he seems to adjust well to today's schedule. Yesterday could have been a fluke, but I want to take things slow and I don't want him to get overtired. So right now Ezra is with my husband. They went to Walmart because he woke up really grumpy today. Some days he's fine and he can stay awake and he can play by himself for at least, the first 15 to 20 minutes of the day, and then I can, play with him in his room with toys or do other things. But today he was already grumpy as soon as he stopped eating breakfast. So I just knew if we were going to try to keep him up till 10:45 today, we needed to distract him, and that is one of the things that people suggest is going out. So I was either going to take him out to the park, or my husband suggested going to Walmart. I do have a few meetings, so I can't fully, I wouldn't have been able to fully take him to the park anyway, so it works out. But that is definitely a tip, is to make sure you keep your baby or toddler happy, entertained, that way they're able to stay awake until the time, because they might start getting tired towards their normal nap time. So today we're extending that first wake window 30 minutes. Another thing I will mention is that I had to tweak his bedtime wake window because of this. I read on some forums that people actually suggest changing the wake windows to 4-4-3, which sounds a little odd because usually the nighttime wake window is the longest, and how could he go from 4 hours to 3 hours? But they say it works. So instead of doing a drastic 1 hour change, I just decided to cut some time from the last wake window and add it to the nap, because otherwise he wouldn't be able to have full 1 hour naps. And even so, with this new 10:45 schedule, his second nap will only be about 45 minutes because I couldn't cut it anymore. Not ideal, but hopefully it's only temporary. So we'll see how today goes. I'll check in with you guys before I put him down for his first nap. How was your trip? Are you in a better mood? Come on inside where it's warm. Look who's back from his trip. Did you have fun at Walmart with Daddy? He is still very fussy. I cannot put him down, so I'm holding him. He really wants the camera, even though he has all these toys. So we have about 10 minutes before I'm gonna put him down. I like to put him down 10 minutes before he has to sleep because it takes him a little bit of time and I wanna make sure he gets the full hour. So we'll put him to sleep at 10:35, start doing his routine at 10:30, brushing teeth, rocking him a little bit, and that's it. So let's see if we can play a little for about 5 minutes. Here come some scaly snakes. They slither and slide along. Squirt, squirt. Ooh, that was a lion. Brush your teeth. We're gonna brush your teeth. Okay. Mommy's gonna do it for you, ready? Brush, brush, brush. Brush, brush, brush. Brush your teeth. Brush your teeth. Turn on the sound machine. Okay. Turn off the light. Yay, you slept the whole time.
Dude, this morning he was so dead, you don't even know. Wait.
Someone's in a better mood. Are you happy now, Ezra? That you had your lunch and a good nap? Yeah. All right, we'll see how the next nap goes. Oh my goodness, look at the wind. Wow. Okay, so Ezra did well for both of his naps today. I will check back in with you guys tomorrow to see how we do with moving him to 1 nap. Good morning, everyone. It is day 4 of our 2-to-1 nap transition, and the first day we're gonna try to do 1 nap. So I'll put his schedule here where this is the attempted schedule. We'll see how it goes. I'm gonna feed him lunch and then he's gonna go down for his nap around 11:15. We'll see if he makes it that far. So remember yesterday we did 10:45, so it'll be an extra 30 minutes. And he'll be eating lunch beforehand, which usually he eats when he wakes up at usually 11:15. So it'll be a little different, and we'll see how he goes for the first time. I'm hoping at least 2 hours, but maybe that's a little too ambitious. Maybe an hour and a half is the best I'll get. I really hope it's not 45 minutes. But even if it is actually 45 minutes, it's not too bad, because then I have enough time to squeeze in a 30-minute nap later, because if he wakes up at like 1, at that point it might just be early bedtime, and we'll see how that all goes. So I'll keep you guys updated and follow along with us. Ezra's in a much better mood today. Took Ezra outside to sort of kill some time before lunch. Having a good lunch? It's 10:50, we finished lunch. Ezra is seemingly tired, he's been rubbing his eyes, so I don't want to get him overtired. I'm thinking that I'll change his diaper and put him in the crib at 11, even though I want him to sleep at 11:15. Normally I would give him 10 minutes anyway to go to sleep, so maybe tomorrow, if he does well today, I will not put him in the crib till 11:15. So I think we'll aim to be in the crib by 11, maybe a little earlier. I just don't want him to get overtired. So let's see how these next 10 minutes go. It sounds like Ezra just woke up. It's about 12:53, so he slept, let's say, give or take 2 hours, probably a little less because he didn't fall asleep right away. But yeah, did a lot better than I was expecting. So I'm gonna go get him, and then we'll figure out the rest of the schedule before his bedtime. Hi, sir. Wow, you had such a good nap. Does it feel weird? Alright, an update is that I think I'm going to do a 6 p.m. bedtime. Ezra's usually only up for 4 hours before bedtime, so it's going to be stretching it a little to do 5 hours, but I think he can do it. Hopefully he doesn't have an early morning waking. That's what I'm a little bit afraid of, but usually they say, you know, if you put them in the bed early, it doesn't mean they're going to wake up early, so we'll see. Right now we're at the park to try to stretch that wake window to keep him busy, and then we're probably going to do dinner at 5 and then put him to sleep. So let's hope that he doesn't wake up early tomorrow and that he can last till 6. Let's go see what he's doing.
China reported that their contracted sales were down 35% in December.
Hi. Wow, are you in an igloo? Good morning, everyone. It is day 5 of our 2-to-1 nap transition, and even though I put Ezra to bed at 6 p.m. last night, we woke him up at 7, which means he slept all the way through. I did hear him cry a little bit around 10:45, but that's pretty normal that he cries at least once during the night, and another reason why we wanted to switch him to this nap transition. I'm sure it's because his schedule was all out of whack yesterday, so I'll take that over an early waking. I was stressed that he was gonna wake up at 6 a.m. or something, and I could barely sleep, probably because I had tea, but yeah, I'm really proud of him for sleeping about 13 hours, and we'll see how he lasts. He's in a pretty good mood this morning, so I'm going to try to see if I can put him in the crib at 11:15, because remember yesterday I had to do it around 11 since he seemed a little tired, and we'll hope for another 2-hour nap, maybe longer, who knows. But I know there are a lot of ups and downs during this transition, so fingers crossed everything will go well. We'll check in with you guys later. Okay, so Ezra is down. He did pretty well. He played independently after he ate lunch while I cleaned, and then he had a bit of a blowout. Not quite a blowout, but I did have to clean up a lot of poop that he had, which is good right before he sleeps anyway. So I'm glad he was able to eat and poop before he sleeps. It's about 11:18. It looks like he's either asleep or about to fall asleep, which is good. So we'll see what happens. I did have to take him outside. I think I might start doing an afternoon walk or play session outside during the mornings now, especially since he has to be up for so long, and hopefully it tires him out for the nap. So I'll check in when he wakes up. Okay, it looks like Ezra just woke up. He lasted pretty much 2.5 hours, which is crazy. I thought he was gonna wake up at the hour and 45-minute mark because of yesterday, but he's making great progress. I hope it continues to get better and not regress, but I can't complain, so let's go wake him up. I took a 2.5-hour nap, everyone. Wow. Let's hope I just keep getting better and better. We'll see how tomorrow goes, huh? Did you eat a snack? Good morning, everyone. It is day 6 of our 2-to-1 nap transition. Sorry if I'm looking a little haggard. Last night was a little rough. Ezra woke up, I think, around 5 times. No intervention needed, so it's not like I had to go in and rock him or anything. But obviously when he woke up, I woke up, and it was hard for me to go back to sleep. So around 9:20, I heard him cry. And then at 9:40, he started crying pretty intensely. He was standing on this crib. He was upset for at least 15 minutes. But again, we didn't have to go in and console him. He eventually fell back asleep. Then at 3-something, I heard him cry really quickly. At 6-something, he cried really quickly. And then around 6:45, I heard him crying, and he was clearly up for the day. It's not ideal. We obviously wanted him to sleep till 7, but you know, you win some, you lose some, and it's close enough. So we got him about 6:50. So yeah, I don't really know if it's because of just his general schedule change, because he went to bed. He was up for 4.5 hours. Normally he's up for 4 hours, so maybe he just was overtired. It does make me rethink whether or not tonight, depending on when he wakes up from his nap, I might have to not give him so much time before bed. Although when I put him in his crib at 6:15, he was standing and he cried a little, which is not normal. So I mean, he was overtired, undertired. He seemed undertired. I don't know. Just making sure he's okay. So yeah, we'll see how today goes. I was planning on putting him to sleep for his nap at 11:30, but because he woke up 10 minutes early, I'll do 11:20. So it's still some progress from 11:15 as yesterday, but I think I just need to know that we need to be patient with this process. It's not easy. And also, I think after today, I'll just give you guys a summary of all of how the next week or 2 will go. That way you can see his progress, or hopefully not going backwards, but going forwards. And yeah, so we'll see how he does for his first nap. Okay, so it looks like Ezra woke up and he slept for about a little over an hour and a half, which is good. I shouldn't complain, but I think I'm so used to it. I got spoiled because of yesterday, the 2.5-hour nap. I was expecting that again, but it's okay. Who knows what the reason was? Maybe we pushed him a little too hard. My husband, put him to sleep, and I guess he just forgot that I told him to put him to sleep at 11:20 instead of 11:30. I don't know if 10 minutes would have made much of a difference, but if you recall, he woke up a little bit before 7, so who knows how long he was really awake for. But that means we're gonna do an early bedtime again at 6, which I hate to do because it just makes me nervous he's gonna wake up early. But I mean, the first night he was fine, so we'll see how tonight goes. But I doubt he's gonna make it past 5 hours, so since he woke up around 1:00 something, 6 is probably the latest we can go. So we'll do early bedtime and see how tomorrow goes. As I mentioned, I'm just going to put another slide that shows you how the next week or so goes to see how the progression is from Ezra's nap transition, because I don't want to film every day. I just don't think it's necessary. So hopefully by the end of this, you'll get a good idea of how long it took us to transition to at least, let's hope, a 2-hour solid nap for his nap and no longer a 6 p.m. bedtime. As usual, please give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Hi everyone, it's been about 2 weeks, maybe a little over 2 weeks since the last clip, and naively I thought I would just be able to write those different times, and then in a week Ezra would have gone to sleeping 2 to 3 hours for his nap, but that has not been the case. I think a few days after that last clip, he started sleeping only an hour on the dot for all his naps, no matter what I did differently. Took him outside, didn't take him outside, stretched him further 15 minutes, less than 15 minutes. He did give us a 2-hour nap twice and 1.5-hour nap, and I think it's when I moved him to 12, so then I thought that would be good, but then now he's back to 1-hour naps. So today I tried 5 hours and 15 minutes, so we'll see how he does. But honestly, I don't want to hold my breath. So a lot of 6 p.m. bedtimes, which I don't mind that much because you know, we get more stuff done at night, but it is a little annoying because I can't get as much work done during the day since he only naps an hour. And then I'm always afraid he's gonna wake up at 6 a.m. or earlier, but I would say 99% of the time he sleeps till 7, or I hear him a little bit and then he goes back to sleep. Today he did wake up at 6:45, so not bad, but still, I'd rather get him on this good new schedule. I know it can take 4 to 8 weeks. A lot of the research I've done says that it could take a long time for these babies to really regulate to going to 1 nap. So just to let you know that I have not figured it all out yet, and I'm not sure yet how I'll end this video, but I might say how long it took us to finally get to 2 to 3 hour nap, or at least longer than an hour, or maybe he's just a 1 hour nap baby, but I really hope not. So I'll check in with you guys when it finally consolidates.